Hello, welcome. My name is Elizabeth. This is Gomez. Welcome to the Healing Hearth. The Healing Hearth is a business where we connect on a spiritual level. I am an intuitive, an empath, and I read through the tarot. I I love working with tarot because it really helps me connect on a deeper level to my friends, my family, and hopefully to others around the world. That's why I'm making this video. Um, Welcome. I'm really excited to hold space with you. I wanted to make this video today to talk about the different changes that are going on, heart center changes, like kind of a heart revolution that's happening around the world. I know that we're in really turbulent times. A lot of people are stressed, are overwhelmed with what might be coming up for us in our personal lives, in our external lives, in the government. And so I just want to offer myself and my services to give a reading for anyone who might see this video to hopefully help to ease some heart pain that's going on, and to connect with spirit and to connect with our higher selves and hopefully realign into our soul truths. Now, what does that mean? That sounds real nice, but what does that mean? It's kind of like those moments, those faded moments where don't mind the noise. It's kind of those faded moments that really make us question ourselves, that make us feel raw, that make us feel vulnerable. Those turbulent times, very similar to what we're going through currently, in order to help evolve us. Challenges that are put in place by spirit, by the divine, by the universe, by God, whatever you call it. And we take those challenges and, we float on our emotions, just kind of go with it. And then one day you wake up and you've done all that processing, you've done all that healing, and you just feel really good. It's just everything in your world is at peace. And you just feel a little bit more whole than you did the day before. Right. So that's stepping into your soul truth. That's the best way I can describe it. But right? It's it's that authenticity. So I'm here today to offer a timeless reading. I enjoy working with the tarot and along with other oracle decks I have beside me. I thank you for allowing me to hold space for you. And I welcome you to my channel. This is my first video. I have never recorded myself, so I am nervous. Please excuse any ums, and likes. I will try my best to keep that out of the way. And let's get into it. I invite you to ground your energy, to let all the air out of your body. Take a deep breath. Breathe in golden light all the way from your crown. Imagine that golden light coming from your crown all the way down through your chakras to your root. And let it go. Breathe in love, light, universal healing. We breathe out any self-doubt, self-limitations, self-sabotage, negativity, negative attachments, self-limiting beliefs. Empty out your chest entirely. Take another deep breath. Let it go. Imagine that from your root, your growing roots that reach ever deeper into the ground with each inhale. Those roots fortify and grow thicker, and each exhale, they extend deeper and deeper into the earth. We breathe in, further fortifying their connection to Mother Earth Gaia. We thank her for her support, her ever-present, loving, strong silence. And we let it go, extending our roots further to caress her, to become one with her. Tap in and ask you to connect to your soul star, the chakra just above your crown here. That's our connection to the universe, to our universal light. And visualize a white light waterfall column around your body, connecting you from the soul star into the earth, flowing through you, offering universal healing. I connect to my soul star. We invite the masters, teachers, ancestors, angels, spirit guides, power animals, all to the space, the sacred container that we create for healing, for delivering messages. We thank Spirit and ask permission to read and to do the work. Permission granted. This is a timeless reading. I don't know if I mentioned that before. So whenever you find this, it's for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If I'm not the intuitive for you, that's fine. Thank you for visiting. I'm really grateful that you stopped by. There are plenty of other intuitives on Instagram, on YouTube, that I hope will help you with your soul journey. And let's get started. Spirit, angels, ancestors, what is the message that needs to be delivered here to this beautiful audience that has collected itself here? I thank you and ask that I be the channel, that I be the direct messenger on your behalf. So my legs are shaking a little bit. There's a little bit of like an itchy feet and antsiness of not knowing which direction to go, a little bit of lost. And in these moments where you feel a little bit off center, a little bit ungrounded, it's important to carry mindfulness with you. And in those moments where anxiety gets the best of you, just remember to recite affirmations to yourself, to root yourself, to ground yourself ever deeper into the earth. I feel this a lot in my root chakra, which leads me to think that there are a lot of changes that feel unpredictable and that you don't necessarily feel secure, feeling a little bit off balance. I have the 9 of Cups in the reverse that flipped over. Something about fortune, about good fortune. The 10 of Swords in the reverse. We got 9, 10. Okay, we got 4 of Pentacles. Up, 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 right side up. We have the 2 of Swords in the reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles, oops, in the reverse. And I think there was one more that flipped over, right? Did I imagine that? No, I did not. And the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. I guess that one we're going to take too. Oh, the 8 of Swords. Okay. And then on the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, I kind of, I interpret as the underlying energy, kind of like the need, the ask currently. Okay, so we got 9, 10, Page, 4, and we have 2 2s. Both of the 2s are in reverse, so we have the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. The Swords are the suit of the mind. It's about communication. It's an air sign. And the 2 of Pentacles is about our material, our finances, our physical world that we see around us. And I get the sense that with these two, both of the 2s in reverse, it's kind of like an imbalance of not knowing where to listen to. And I think in this age that we're in, where it's just a lot of information out there, it's troubling to discern from what what is true to you and what is true to others. And the paradox of that is that multiple truths exist at once, right? And I think it's adding to a lot of self-doubt in ourselves, a lot of self-doubt. What I'm getting from the spread, because we have the Ten of Swords, which is again air sign, your mental activity, and she's walking away here, and then the Nine of Cups in the reverse is, it's like you're almost, with so much information, it's almost afraid to walk away from what doesn't serve you, afraid to make the next step to see what's next to come. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse is kind of like an immature, ungrounded, unsettled kind of emotional projection. Oops. With the Four of Pentacles, I see a lot of energetic boundaries, energetic discernment, discerning like what's true for you might not be true necessarily for another person, and that there might be some contradictions of which both might be true going on right now. And that's just kind of the way of life. With the Knight of Pentacles being on the underlying about what's really going on is that what's being tested on the collective level is being sure that we don't measure our progress by our speed. You know, where we were yesterday is not where we are today. You know, we're constantly growing, even if they're baby steps. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of the knights, right? He's an earth sign. He takes very measured steps forward. And with that, you're kind of being asked to discern between the noise about other people's truths and what might be true to you, right? There are a lot of blindfolds in here, right? The Eight of Swords and then the Two of Swords in the reverse is kind of like not believing what you see, or not wanting to believe what information you know to be true. It's like almost like a too good to be true, like trust issues, very much trust issues of like, I've been burned in the past. How do I know I won't be burned again? Tell me more about that. Burned in the past, but I don't want to be burned again. Okay. So you have the Ace of Swords and the Five of Cups in the reverse that came out. So this is kind of a new beginning. You're trying to apply new thought patterns to existing issues. Like you're trying to approach things from a different direction. It's a fresh start. It's an opportunity. But there's still this, the Five of Cups is about mourning, you know. She's looking at what's spilling out of the cups as a loss. But behind her is this like really beautiful sparkly treasure, you know. And what I get from that is that what you're walking away from isn't, it's for the best, even though it might not feel the best. Growth doesn't always is not always comfortable. Jeez, let's say that fucking again. And the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So be sure to be kind to yourself. And I get this, the Knight of Cups kind of with the Knight of Pentacles a little bit, which is back in the deck. Of just being sure to speak kindly to yourself, to not be too self-critical, to make sure that, you know, you're seeing yourself and your own intentions clearly, and you're approaching yourself with compassion that you would give to others if they asked you of it. I get like a tenseness in the back of my heart. I feel like it's a very tense time because there's a lot of uneasiness about the direction that we're going. You know, Jesus, politically, COVID-wise, it's just a lot of uncertainty about what's going to happen, and you're kind of being asked to slow down, turn a little bit more internally, and to that which you can control. You know, we can only control our own actions and reactions. And so, you know, sometimes that just is what it is. 5 of Swords in the reverse. We've been doing a lot of work on ourselves, a lot of work on our mental chatter, but it's like sometimes it just doesn't feel like enough. Sometimes it feels like we're under energetic attack. And sometimes we are, you know, it's important to ask your spirits, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides for help and for protection. Okay. We have the Sun and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. I want a clarification for the Knight of Wands. Thank you. The Fool. This is a new beginning. The rules that applied yesterday do not apply to today. And I think that there's like a sense of, in your personal life, it's just like this renewed sense of self, this renewed sense of self-confidence. And you're kind of being invited to just bask in it. This is a beautiful opportunity. The light in your life is shining in a different way. It's illuminating in ways you did not see before, you know, and it's really like kind of a blessing. And so yes, we can be plagued with what's happening externally and in the news and, you know, whoever's posting on social media. But for what good? It sacrifices the inner peace. This is a chance to really like take a leap of faith, to look forward, to be excited again, to be excited, not scared, you know. Lovers card came out. I think this is a very passionate time. A lot of you might be turning to different passions in your life. The Knight of Wands is also fire. It's about that passion, about that impulse, right? And the Knight is about movement, is about messages, right? So maybe someone's getting love letters in the mail. Someone's writing love letters in the mail to somebody. Maybe you have a new lover in your life and it's going really well and you're really excited about it. Queen of Cups, you have so many blessings coming your way. Just flow with it. Don't question it too much. With the 5 of Swords out, with the spread of the Sun, with all these really beautiful trusting cards, it's kind of like, don't let your mind ruin the beautiful bounty that's happening in front of you. It's a really exciting time for like building new starts, and don't let your ego get in the way, because sometimes the ego will cling to what's comfortable and that's what is known. But like I said, this is a totally new chapter. This is a totally fresh start. And this is really exciting. And I'm getting excited. Spirit wants you to get really excited about this new start. 5 of Cups in the reverse. What happened in the past is gone. It's gone. It's dumped out. It's offered to the earth. It's offered to Mother Gaia. It's no more. You don't need to worry about that repeat coming back. We have the King of Swords and we have death, rebirth, right? Ooh, this has me really, really excited, because it's like you're not playing the same games that you used to. You're not going to be affected in the same way that you used to. You're not going to be easily pushed over the way that you were used to. This is a whole new rebirth of yourself. You're celebrating a whole new version of you. It's like you wake up on the light of this new day and you're just like, yes, I'm this bitch. I got this. Forward movement. Oh, I feel so excited for you. I feel in my solar plexus, which is about joy. You know, it's about our confidence. I'm getting a lot of like inner child, like connecting to activities you used to like as a child, but like with the new adult light. You know what I mean? Okay. So we have, again, the Knight of Cups and the Moon in the reverse. So it's kind of like, expect the unexpected and be kinder to yourself. And on the bottom of the deck is the Hermit card. So in this really exciting time, it's really great. It's a lot of action. It's a lot of movement. Make sure that you're not focusing too much on the external and too much of what's happening. To remember to come back to your center, to express gratitude. If you have an altar, sit by your altar. Thank your ancestors for this beautiful path, this beautiful opportunity that's in front of you. to be supported. I just feel like maybe someone's going to be moving or like traveling really, really soon. And I think it's going to be, or you're like planning a trip and you're not sure if it's going to work out, but I'm just really excited for you. I think it's going to be really, really wonderful in an unexpected sort of way. This is a new game. This is a new game. The same rules do not apply. Let's see. Okay. Okay. This is a new message. This is different. The energy is just totally shifted. This is a lot more centered, a lot more still. But what came out was the Three of Cups in the reverse. Sorry, throat chakra. Temperance. Got the Hierophant in the reverse. And then there's Chariot. Someone's going through a bit of a job shift. A little bit of a job shift, right? You're looking to jump careers, you're looking to change paths entirely, and you don't know how to express that to your soul circle, to your tribe, to your community. I'm feeling a lot of throat chakra. So you're having a hard time expressing yourself. Like it's almost like an unsureness in believing in you and believing in what you feel called to do, because it's very different than what you've done in the past, right? Temperance is here kind of as an angelic presence, a balancing presence. It's about alchemy. It's about how things just happen to work out miraculously without you actually having to do much. You have a lot of major arcana here, right? So it's the Chariot. Also the Chariot, 7, Temperance 14. So it's like intervals of 7, which is about growth. It's about spirituality. Oh my god, we got another 7. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands in the reverse, and the 9 of Swords. It's like there's a lot of anxiety over, is this the right move? I feel called to it, but like am I crazy? And it's like you're kind of gaslighting yourself a little bit, but this is a new passion. This is a new start. This is a new project you're working on. Maybe I get, I don't know, like maybe a book you're writing. I don't know. A blog, YouTube channel. 3 of Wands. Spirit's really asking you to take this next step. You know, it's divinely protected. Don't let you talk yourself out of it. Ooh, 3 of Pentacles. Oh, we got 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. The only 3 we're missing is the 3 of Cups, right? And so cups are the intuition. And so I'm getting a sense to like, don't pay attention so much to the external. Listen to that internal voice, that little tiny voice that's in your head, that's in your ear, that's saying, go, trust it, go for it, you got this. It's gonna be a really collaborative project or job or whatever this change is. And I think that you're gonna meet a lot of people in your soul tribe, a lot of people in your soul family, people that feel like home, people that support you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's the 3 of Swords that's missing. 3 of Swords is like is heart healing. 3 of Cups is here. 3 of Cups is here. Listen to your intuition. That's still a message. That's still a message. Came out of my mouth. 3 of Swords is a tough card. It's a beautiful card, but it's a tough card because it's kind of like healing that inner child stuff, healing those past traumas. 2 of Swords in reverse came out. I want some clarification on that. And the Hermit. Again, we got the Hermit. get that same message of don't listen to the external noise, listen to your internal voice, listen to your intuition, listen to your angels, ancestors, guides, spirit, God, whoever you turn to in those quiet moments of uncertainty. A Gomez, maybe you have a pet that's just a really good listener. And when you say the things out loud that you say in your head, that's kind of mean, that's kind of gaslighty to you, that's putting you down. Once you say those things out loud, it kind of breaks the spell, because you realize that no one should no one should speak to you like that, and B, who are you to speak to you like that? You know, if someone said that same thing to your best friend, or to your mother, or to your sister, or your brother, your child, would you allow that kind of behavior? And why is it acceptable for you and not for those that you love most? Why don't you treat yourself with the same love and respect as you do your loved ones? That's the heart healing that needs to happen. That's the heart healing that needs to happen. I'm going to do one more and see what other message comes out. Okay. We have the Hanged Man in the reverse. We have the Devil, the Eight of Swords, the High Priestess, Knight of Pentacles, and Six of Wands. A lot of us here in this collective are releasing ourselves from different addictions that harmed us, you know, whether it was substance, whether it was alcohol, whether it was, you know, it's scrolling on Instagram or Facebook or what have you. Maybe it's just escapism. Maybe it's just numbing. I feel like a headache coming on, so like a third eye. There's something that you're stepping away from that's actually going to open your intuitive knowledge, open up these intuitive channels, and once you detox from those, it's like you are seeing things exactly the way that they need to. You're seeing things clearly. You're letting go of this internal pattern, this pattern that's been in your life. It's not easy. I feel a lot of hesitation. It's been really hard. It's been proving really challenging. But the message, the underlying is that it's like, fucking good for you. Go. Celebrate. This is your new dawn. This is your new era. We can't take those same coping mechanisms that we had yesterday into today. This is, right, we were talking about the new fresh start, and that we kind of have to believe in ourselves. We have to show compassion to ourselves and notice that these patterns, it just feels a little rough. It feels a little rough. It feels like it's been plaguing us for a really long time. This could be like a habit that you had for years, like years and years. But also something that's kind of secretive that not a lot of people know, not a lot of people recognize, you know. Like, people think you're okay, but you know you're not. But it's like you almost don't want to show that, because you'd rather just punish yourself in silence than talk, than to connect. But connection is medicine. The Knight of Pentacles is giving me one day at a time vibes. I feel like that's like, for those of you who are struggling with like substance, that's something that they'll say in the 12-step program, is it's just one day at a time, just take it one day at a time. Don't get too ahead of yourself, you know, like make sure you're staying grounded and centered. Know that this is divinely supported, that even though it's hard, it's worth it, you know, and it's really going to open up a lot of channels for you, because once you stop numbing yourself out and once you start experiencing life to the fullest and experiencing life to its full potency, it's really going to make you feel more aligned with your higher self. You're going to feel more like yourself, which is ironic in some ways because you've identified with this script, with this trauma script of this conditioning for so long, and it feels almost daunting. It feels daunting to walk away from these old ego patterns. But the truth is you're stepping away from your ego and more into alignment with your soul. And yes, there are going to be ego temper tantrums that you have. Ego temper tantrums come in the form of self-doubt, of those ruminating thoughts you just can't shake. But I feel a lot of pressure in my third eye. Maybe like some psychic abilities will pop up out of this, you know, because when you're experiencing life to its full potency in real time, in the present moment, practicing that mindfulness, you're just going to notice a lot more. It's not going to be, I don't get the sense it's going to be immediate. You know, there's a lot of healing that comes up. There's going to be a lot of those old scripts that you were suppressing for so long via escapism, via whatever this addiction was. You still have to process those. And it's gonna kind of be like a dam that breaks. It's gonna be a lot at first, but then after a while the waters will calm and you can just float above that. I read something today that I really liked. Just because you have feelings doesn't mean that they have you. You know what I mean? Meaning that your feelings don't control you. They don't control who you are. They're temporary. They're not fact. You know, you process them as they come up, but they're not, your feelings are not who you are. That's just the human experience. That's the human ego. And that's kind of what we signed up for in this life, right? And it's a beautiful thing because it allows us, if we are able to wade through those emotions, to flow through those emotions like Queen of Cups style, we realize it's not quite so bad. You know what I mean? Like you could fight the tide or you could flow with it. Don't get sucked up. Don't get sucked out to the ocean. But you know what I mean. You know. Okay, Spirit. I am going to pull an abundance card for us, or however many fall out. Frankly, I don't plan this. This is how we bring more abundance into our lives. Thomas is the loudest breather. If anything in these videos, it's just going to remind you to connect with your breath, to recenter, to breathe. Okay. Excuse me. So we got change. I called it. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to the sacred crossroads of your own evolution. There are some fated changes that are happening. It's like kind of the butterfly is broken free of the cocoon. There are butterflies on this. How about that? How about that? When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything. Like I said, I think I said that in the beginning, we can only control our own actions and reactions. We can't control externally what's going on. So it's important to return internally, to return to your center, to breathe through it, to practice mindfulness, maybe meditation. If you have thought about it, but like can't sit still, maybe go through some guided meditations online that might help. Flow. Allow me, divine, to move with flow and respond with calmness and peace. The dam breaking. Flow with it. Flow with it. Go with it. It's what you're being asked to do. Freedom. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. This is also, I recently looked up the symbolism of a hummingbird. It's kind of the beauty and blessings that can come with such a small package. Did my plant just move? I didn't touch it. I'm nowhere near it. Oh, it's a prayer plant. It moves on its own. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. I think this is releasing the addiction, releasing the old coping mechanisms, and understanding, seeing yourself clearly, seeing yourself as, oh damn, I've been my own worst enemy. I blame all this external. I've had the script in my head of like why I am this way, but it's like, no, I'm my own captor here, and I have the key. Karma. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. A lot of you are processing ancestral karma too, right? Especially if, you know, some of us here in this collective space are, you know, we're just doing the coping mechanisms that we've been taught, that we've seen mirrored for us, and we're kind of starting this new path, and it's scary, but it's a blessing to be that one to process that karma, even though it's really uncomfortable. It's, you are the chosen one, is what I'm hearing. And receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. What did I say? Tap into that intuition, tap into that inner knowing. You have to listen to your internal instead of the noise of the external. I know it's overwhelming and I know it's really loud, but you can't control it. So why get anxious and upset about that which you can't control? I know that's a little apathetic, but sometimes we need apathy to the external to have empathy in the internal, you know? This is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. It's just a really sweet deck. I enjoy it. How we can take care of ourselves after this reading for the week moving on forward. We got deep breathing. Look at the stars. Spend time with animals. And connect with your womb. Okay. People are hard. People are hard. Animals are so close to source because they don't have the human ego. Sometimes animals are the best listeners you could possibly have, you know. So take those quiet moments, take those moments of solitude, but solitude with your pets. If you have a cat, if you have a dog, if you have a horse, if you have a donkey, take that time out. Make sure to prioritize that this week. That might help you with the grounding, especially if you have a hard time sitting still and sitting in that meditation kind of space. Maybe just what I do when I have trouble focusing is I take Gomez, the Wonder Pup, out for a walk in the woods, you know, like a trail walk out in nature, connecting back with nature, giving me serious the Knight of Pentacles vibes, which came out a lot tonight. Deep breathing, connect to your breath. Don't get overwhelmed. Remember to breathe in through your nose. Through your nose. If you breathe too much through your mouth, it can actually cause hyperventilating. And in times where people are wearing masks more often, It's really important to remember consciously in those moments to breathe through your nose. But also connecting to the breath is connecting to your internal rhythm, is what I just heard, right? Look at the stars. The new moon and I think it's a solar eclipse on Friday, December 4th. It's going to be Friday, December 3rd into Saturday, December 4th, right? I think that's going to be really illuminating for all of us. And it might be when there are some serious clicks, serious aha moments. Connect with your womb. I just get like a very creative energy because the womb is also the sacral chakra, and that's the life force energy. So that's where we connect to our creativity, our passions. Might be a little randy this week. Go do your thing. And you know, love yourself through this. These are big changes that came up in these readings. And I'm only wishing you all the best, the light and love. Magical, magical blessings. And with that, I'm going to close out this reading. I thank all the teachers, the ancestors, masters, spirit guides, spirit animals. I bless everyone who saw this reading. I bless all of you, your modes of transportation, your homes, your pets, your families. I thank you for allowing me to hold space with you. I thank Spirit for allowing me to channel the message that needed to. And thank you, Spirit Guides. I release you. Thank you for holding space with me. Go with Spirit. Go with great love. Blessed be and blessed are. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your patience with me through this reading. I hope you found what resonated. If you enjoyed this video, you can like it. You can subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing regular videos, but I like to switch things up. So I don't think that they're all going to be the same. That's just who I am. So thank you again. I look forward to connecting with you again on a spirit level very, very soon. Have a great evening or day, whenever you see this. Bye-bye.